Wait. My son.
No, our brothers.
I was gonna say my son and our brothers decided that they was gonna start their own little
gang.
Yeah, maybe it'll be featured on Gangland and they'll be showing our house.
I thought that's what you were going to say when you said the gang.
No, because if they was talking about gang, we would have had a damn popcorn show at the house.
And Drama said, don't talk bad about her man.
Oh, God. So he got into a bit of trouble, and they was talking about him. First of all, they was like, when they was questioning me, they was like, yeah, so he was spraying something on the thing. We've seen a lot of this activity around here lately. It's TLN. Do you know what that stands for?
Was he speaking in the microphone?
I mean, like, what is this? Oh, he was walkie-talkie at you? He was hitting you on your next tail? He was like, you're stupid. He was like, so the initials are TLN. Are you aware of what that stands for? And I started laughing. And he was like, man, we really take this stuff kind of seriously. I said, TLN is something that my brothers and my son thought of when they were sitting in the house and had absolutely nothing to do. Well, no, we've seen this around. I was like, officer, I understand that you've seen it around, but it's probably because they've probably told about 50 of their friends. I was like, literally, they made this up themselves. Well, are you aware of what it stands for?
What does it stand for?
The Lansingburg Night.
No.
You gotta say that one though.
What does this stand? It stands for Thug Life Niggas. Okay, now you gotta know.
Oh, our brothers are mad white. Yo, they're like yellow, like this cup of iced coffee, okay?
And ain't nobody ever lived in the ghetto. Like, nobody.
Like, seriously.
Nobody knows.
The ghetto as it gets in Schenectady.
And they lived in a nice part of Schenectady. Ain't nobody ever known what it was like to have, roaches living up in the house and, somebody had to steal food to eat. I mean, like, nobody had their lives hard. My brothers, they've been through their ups and downs with my father, but you know what? We always made up for it where they wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And they knew they always had us. So it's not even like their lives were, like, ridiculously hard. It's not like they was living in the projects and people was shooting out every day, like where Tupac came from, which is who they named it after. Because, they got tattoos and shot scars. Right? I mean, like, the worst.
Shot scars?
The worst they've ever gotten was an ass whooping from my father.
With that big black cone.
Right? That's thug life to them. So, anyway, so my mother was like, well, what's it stand for? What's it stand for? And I really didn't want to tell her what it stood for. So, Kristen's fiance's future husband was like, oh, I know what it stands for. I was like, what? Go ahead, Ma.
TLN stands for?
The Lansingburg Knights.
That is our mascot. The Lansingburg Knights. And so what made it worse is that Knights is spelt with a K.
No, but that was still funny.
So now when they be talking about TLN, they be like, oh, you mean the Lansingburg Knights.
Yeah, I grew up in Watervliet. Ours was TWC.
Yo, Time Warner Cable.
The Watervliet Cannoneers.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's just cool.
Yo, and what's hilarious is they be really like thinking that they is a real gang.
Yo, they really think that this was like a gang that got brought up from New York City. And it started like, like there's some big old head drug dealer leader down in New York who be trafficking. Yeah, I was just like, I mean, when the,
like, don't y'all have anything else to do?
When the police officer said to me, well, he was spraying TLN, and this is, that's a gang. And I started laughing.
Yo, I know he was pissed, right?
He was really mad. And he was like, man, we really don't take this kind of thing funny. And that's when I was like, no, but you don't understand.
Like, that was on my computer when they first started TLN on the MySpace. And you know what? Chris still got TLN on his MySpace.
Well, that's because Chris hasn't logged in the computer and, years.
But it don't matter.
Mm-hmm. Now it's something else.
I don't know. The nappy-headed motherfuckers. What?
The people who can't behave in school. Yeah. I got on him today because he got sent home from school again, and I told him he had to go right home. And do you think he was home at all?
Well, he said he was going home to sleep.
Yeah, he ain't go home. I told him I was like, I'm gonna call you as soon as you get home. He gonna call me.
He called you when he got to my house.
Yeah, when he got to your house. So now I'm calling the house phone. I wasn't calling his cell phone to see if he was home. He's like, I couldn't find the phone. I'm at the store right now getting something to eat. I said, Nathaniel, I put the phone on the hook right before I left. So don't tell me that you can't find the phone. Okay, you're right. I'm not home. I'm at my friend's house.
Oh my God.
What are you looking at? Oh, okay.
So, anyways, he said he was going home to go to sleep. But he said he walked away from the dude that tried to push up on him.
He did, and Mr. McCree said that too. That's the other thing about these kids these days, because, you will walk in to get my son from school, and this is what you'll hear. Oh, I know you're here to pick up Nate, but he is such a sweetheart. And I'm thinking to myself, I had to leave.
Like, don't we have to be down here every week together?
I had to leave work to come pick him up from school today, and the secretary is sitting there telling me how much she loves him, and he's such a sweetheart, and I really shouldn't be that mad at him. And I was like, well,
this is why these kids is bad.
Mr. McCree did say, he said, he did get a little bit hot-headed, and I did have to pull him away, but he calmed right down and came right with me. So,
but why? Yo, these kids is so bad nowadays.
And it was all over some chick. What's up with these chicks? Do y'all got shit made of gold? Because I don't understand what's going on. Oh, it's the rainbow parties, huh?
I don't know.
It's something. Because I just don't understand this. It was all over some chick and some dude he was having problems with before. The same dude he's been having problems with all year long. And
you just let him bust his ass once.
And just be like, sorry.
Yeah, and be like, tell your mother to call me. Then if you don't like it. That is right. That's what I be telling my daughter.
Sometimes that's what you have to do.
Exactly. My daughter come home with a problem. It's like, yeah, then punch a bitch, because then she won't say nothing to you no more.
And ain't that what happened at one time?
Yep.
J-Rock said, take karate.
Take karate my ass. You can't hide somebody in the school. You punch them right in their face. Yo, my daughter was sick of these girls talking shit to her. This girl, she was at art class. My daughter, she gonna tell all. She was in art class. The girl was talking shit. Yeah, my daughter got up from her seat. The girl was in a different table on the other side of the different table. She got up, punched her in her face, and went to the office.
I tell you, the girl was like, "Yep, I'll be right down there to pick her up."
Yep.
Yes, but where you want to go for ice cream?
Yo, for real? You want to go get dinner? That's right.
But that was after they
that was after
the fetal
yeah,
position.
they was after they was terrorizing her. But I'm like, I don't care. And I told the principal, let somebody hit my child, she has all rights to whip their ass.
Well, that's what happened at the time with Shireen. Remember Shireen used to call and harass, and I mean, she had me like scared to death. Finally, last day of school, I busted her ass. And you know what? Is that because Ma kept telling the school, something's gonna go on, something's gonna go on. I remember going back the afternoon, because it happened in between our exams, and I had to go back up for an exam, and I remember thinking they're gonna call me down to the office, and I'm a nerd, so I was like, I'm not gonna be able to take my reading exam, and I'm gonna have to take this damn class over again. That's all I was thinking of. I didn't get called down to the office not one time. They didn't call me. As a matter of fact, as soon as we got done fighting, Charles came outside. He was like, get your stuff and leave. Go to wherever you're going to go to and come back and take your exam.
Charles, give me a lighter. Woo! They love juice with that Jerry curl juice.
Yeah. And nobody bothered me. I didn't get called down that day. I didn't get called down because I was like, oh,
you was waiting. You was like, oh, they going to see me tomorrow.
No, and you know what? I think it was because they knew. They knew.
They knew Miss Cyrus started calling y'all in trouble.
Oh, remember she called Mr. Dumbo?
Yo.
To his face.
Yo, look at to his face. She ghetto.
Yo, they suspended me one time for inciting a riot, and they was really trying to suspend me for 5 days. And my mother was like, I don't care what was going on. These other girls got to get suspended too. And they're like, I understand that, but Hope. Yo. Hope crawled out from in front of a teacher. Remember they told me Mr. Mack
broke away from
Mr. Mack had me up against the corner, and I like ducked under his arm to go keep fighting Claudette.
Oh my God.
And then I had him next year as a social studies teacher, but he loved me.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, the kids are 10 times worse now.
Well, drama says violence begets violence. And I used to believe that. I mean, but there comes a point where you have to defend yourself.
Exactly.